So here we go. Welcome back to another edition of Game Day. We're arrived at Hillsborough as Town take on Sheffield Wednesday in this big League One clash. Can Kieran McKenna keep this run going? We shall wait and see. I'm going to get the sights, the sounds and the thoughts from the fans after the game on the result. Hope you enjoy as ever. Let's go.
This afternoon's attendance, 23,517. Thank you all for your support once again here at Ipswich.
Hey Ross, it's John. Disappointing result today, disappointing game to be fair. I thought we started fairly brightly. Wasn't pretty by them at all. We had lots of possession. They hoofed it along a lot. If it wasn't Bannon running with the ball, they kind of hoofed it along. They were quite physical. I thought Wolfie was our standout player today. I thought he was a 9 out of 10 today. He was excellent. He had a late little drive into the box late on. That would have been lovely to get an equaliser, but it wasn't meant to be today. We offered nothing up front, no penetration. We've just said, a few of the lads have just been talking there, and we just all said we could still be playing here on Tuesday night and we probably wouldn't have scored one of those games. Disappointing. I thought Chaplin did some nice little flicks and things, but they weren't going to anybody. And Macaulay Bone was so isolated. I thought Idris did quite well, but him and Backerson sat so deep, there was nothing. We missed Morsey driving forward in midfield the way he has been the last few weeks. Just disappointing today. Maybe I should stay away because every time I turn up we seem to get beaten. So there's a hint. So I apologise to everybody if it's my fault. So yeah, well, that kind of sums up where we're at. Not doing well enough against the bigger sides, so the bigger teams, bigger physically, and maybe the bigger clubs too. So work in progress. Not too downhearted, but it wasn't good. It wasn't pretty. If you weren't here, you didn't miss much.
So hi, it's Matt. Some people call me Bono because I sit in the U2. Not my choice, but there we go. What was my choice was to come to this beautiful, historic, fantastic old ground today. I was full of optimism, full of hope like I usually am. Sadly, we just didn't turn up today. We huffed, we puffed. I think we really missed Morsey and Evans and Aluko in the centre of midfield today. I thought, new boy, I'm going to forget his name now, Dom Thompson did quite well on the left-hand side. You can tell he's a little bit ring rusty. One up front didn't work. Poor old Macaulay Mon was isolated pretty much all game until he came off for Piggott, who again wasn't really fed, sadly. But there we go. Does that kind of dash our playoff hopes? It might do. It definitely doesn't dash the dreams though. So onwards we go. Lost it today, but there we go. Come on, you Blues.
Well, Ross, that was terrible, and it was such a strange game because we've played Sheffield Wednesday twice now and dominated the game both times, but today we dominated it and we could have been playing until we could be actually playing until Gillingham next Saturday and we wouldn't have scored. It was just, there was nothing. Lots and lots of possession. Wednesday, I think, as soon as they got the goal, it was weird. They were really poor. I mean, this was a game they were there for the taking, and we didn't do anything to them. And yet they really had the best chances. Did we have a shot on target? I don't think we had a shot on target all game, which was just horrendous. Wes Burton's has scored 2 goals in midweek, and you'd think he's full of confidence, and he didn't take anybody on. It was just slow. There were too many passes when they needed to spray the ball quicker and cut out some of the middlemen. But I think it all comes back to what a lot of people have said, that, and I thought this when Sam Morsey got the 4-game ban, that the three of the games we will be probably okay with, but this one was always going to be a tough game without him. And you can see that I think we lost it in the midfield. We just didn't really have anything there. I'm still a bit, though, frustrated because you've got players like Chaplin and Selina who can unlock defences, and yet it was just continuous sideways passing, no real killer ball, but maybe the movement wasn't there either. It was just a really poor day, and I am someone who has been pretty optimistic and continues to believe that playoffs is possible, but I can tell you right now that I think they're gone today after today, because they can keep winning, getting a 2-game win, and then they keep throwing in a defeat, and there's no momentum. And we are a mid-table team for a reason. So, yeah, really disappointing. We move on to Gillingham next week, but when we play teams who are semi-competent, we just don't seem to have enough to just win the games when we're terrible. So, really poor day at the office.
Yeah, it's Harvey here. Where do we start? It was from the minute go. I thought we were poor. First 5-10 minutes, passed it around all right. That's the kind of theme of the game, to be honest. Plenty of possession, spells of decent play, but in the main, I think we didn't have a shot on target, did we? So that says it all. We were feeding balls into Harley Dean and Jordan Story all game, and they were just eating it up. So really disappointing. Sam Morsey, we missed him immensely. I thought Idris did an okay job in the main, but we deserved to lose the game. I don't think there was a lot of quality in it from either side, but we didn't have a shot on target, so that says it all, really. What do you think?
Yeah, well, so I'm a Wednesday fan and came with Harvey today. So yeah, I thought, to be fair, it wasn't the best of games really. I think you had a lot of the ball, but we looked fairly comfortable. I thought you'd get ours a little bit more, but I thought our new centre halves we brought in looked quite solid. Maybe could have scored a couple more, but I thought fairly fair result in the end. But yeah, you looked tidy on the ball, but just not much end product for you, I think, really was the main thing that I noticed today. But maybe should have brought Norwood on a bit earlier, I thought. Maybe just challenge our centre halves a bit, but yeah.
Mike, no Mark. Mark had to get off. Let me tell you how this game went. We controlled the game. We controlled most of the possession. Lots of nice little football, tippy-tappy passes around the halfway line. And then that final ball was always lacking. That final pass was always lacking. Wednesday was terrible, but they should have won that game 2-0. First cross that they had was in the back of the net within 5 minutes. And I don't know when the next one was, but he had a clear shot on target in the first half and fluffed it completely over the bar. They should have been 2-0 up by then. But that's really all they had, really. In the second half, I think they had a shot which Christian Walton saved really well. So, I'd still say that they should have won this game 2-0 because passing-wise, I don't know why, but we just weren't at it. We were doing some really nice stuff, but it was lethargic at the end. It was sloppy at the end. It was really sloppy at the end. It was terrible to watch because you're building momentum. You're thinking, yes, we'll get it in there, and then the final ball was absolutely horrible. All the teams above us have won. The gap's opened up again. We're back to being inconsistent.
I don't know why we do this to ourselves, guys, eh? But we've just lost 1-0 to Sheffield Wednesday. You know, don't get me wrong, it's 4 wins out of 6, but this was one we should have got at least a point at worst out of. You know, you look at this game, you bring all these fans to these games and everything, you think, you know, why does it have to be today that we lose a game at high stake like this? And to be fair, the game outline, in my perspective anyway, you know, we were doing a lot with the ball, but we weren't doing enough, which meant anything for me. You know, we had a few fringe shots every so often, but we weren't testing Peacock Farrell enough. And they got their chance at the other end, one big cross in, and the guy, you know, hits it, you know, quite well, and it goes in. and it was a good goal. I'm not going to lie, it was a good goal. But then you'd think from there on we build from there. I just think in that game we were trying to do too much in the sort of middle at times, and then we kept going back to the goalkeeper. And you think, well, you're away from home, guys. You know, actually bring the game to Sheffield Wednesday and attack a bit more. You know, and I just don't think at times we were urgent enough. I mean, what I don't like sometimes is like we kept doing the same thing where we kept passing out from the back, from the goalkeeper, and I feel like why didn't you just boot it upfield? You've got more chance of attacking forward if you're, you know, putting them under pressure, their defence under pressure immediately. You know, we just keep playing the passing game, which is fine at times, but at some point we won't get away with it. And today, unfortunately, there was not enough chances created for us to have won the game. No shots on target, I've heard, and that is not good enough if we're going to be trying to go for top 6. So, as far as I say it, you know, it's disappointing. I don't like using the word disappointing really, but I think.
Do you think Morsey, we miss him?
I think we did today. I think this would have been a good game for him to be playing in.
Yeah.
Evans, what about Evans?
Yeah, and Evans.
I think Morsey and Evans would have been good. Baconson, I don't know how bad his injury is, but it didn't look good towards the end of the game, did it?
Yeah.
For him.
We need to hold on. Yeah. Damage repair until Morsey's back.
Yeah, because again,
the flooding.
We've got Doncaster and Gillingham, and obviously Doncaster. I don't know how they did against Plymouth, but I know Gillingham got beaten 7-2 at home, didn't they? So
2 wins.
Exactly.
And then another defeat at Milton.
This is the problem, and we're bringing 5k. It could be more than 5k going to the game. You see, all I'm trying to crack down on now is, you know, at this point now we can't keep doing this to ourselves. You know, it's 2 wins, then we lose again, and it's a complete repetition. You know, I feel we need to, you know, get a grip now. The man, don't get me wrong, the manager's playing some nice football. It's just the results, and unfortunately, it's results game business. If we're going to go into them top 6 positions this season, we need to gather momentum, and we can't keep losing games like this against opposition who are pretty much on our doorstep in the league. So, you know, up the town, I mean, great following today, absolutely amazing following today, as usual. And that's, you know, this is the club, you know, which should be doing better in the league, but the fans will still turn up and support this club in their numbers. And that is, you know, I'll forever keep supporting this football club, you know, as hard as it gets, really. But, you know, I'll hopefully be going to Doncaster away, so hopefully it'll be a very positive result there on the Tuesday night. And then, you know, we've got Gillingham coming up as well. So, up the town, and disappointing, but we've got to go forward and keep momentum going, because, you know, we need to get some more wins. So, up the town, and I'll end it here because I'm not happy.